Good morning and welcome to Thursday's maths lesson. So the last few weeks we have been learning about how to tell the time, and the last couple of days we've been looking at timetables. So linking to timetables and linking to time. Today we're going to do just one lesson on converting between units of time. So this is turning hours into minutes, minutes into hours, seconds into minutes, weeks into months, months into years, all that kind of thing. So this is old learning. You have done these kind of things before previously in the school. Hopefully you know things like there are 7 days in a week, and hopefully you know that there are 24 hours in a day. So some of this is old learning that you are retrieving. And why are we doing it? Well, this is again a really useful skill and will help you with telling time. Right, let's get started. So first things first then, write the short date at the top of your maths book. And your title is Converting, which means changing units of time. So these are your key facts that we need to remember when we are doing this lesson. So first things first, how many hours in a day? There are 24 hours in a day, because there's an analog clock. It goes to the 12 once, which is from midnight to midday, and then another 12 to go from midday to midnight. 12 out of 12 is 24. So there are 24 hours in a day. How many days in a week? There are, of course, 7, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 7 days in a week. How many weeks in a month? This one's a bit trickier. So there's around 4 weeks in a month, usually a little bit over, okay? And the way that you can say how many days there are in a month, because they are all different, is using your fists. So I want you to put your fists together like this. They are facing you. So this might be backwards in my camera, so apologies if it is. You're going to start on the left-hand side, okay? So if my video is backwards, ignore me. You put your fist in front of you, and you're going to start on the left-hand side. And we're going to count, we're going to name our knuckles, and then the dips in between our knuckles. So that first knuckle, which is your little hand, your little finger knuckle, is January, and the dip would be February. Knuckle, March, April, May, June, July. So you go from July, from one knuckle to the next knuckle. So July, August, September, October, November, December. And we ignore the last two. We don't need to worry about those because there's more knuckles and gaps than there are months. So these will help us to work out how many days there are in a month. So if you say the name of the month and it's on the knuckle, it's on the lump, that has 31 days. So January, March, May, July, August, October, December. All of those days have 31 days in them. The dips then have how many, do you think? Well, they all have 30, apart from February, okay? So February has 28 days, unless it's a leap year, and then it has 29. Okay? So at the minute, our February right now is a really nice one if you look on a calendar, because it's got 28 days. So how many weeks is that? Well, that's 4 weeks exactly. And if you look on the calendar, it fits perfectly into a nice little rectangle, because it is 4 weeks of 7 days, 28 days exactly. So the whole month of February sits nice and neatly onto one little rectangle on a calendar. Okay. How many days in my birthday month of September? Well, count as long. I know that's August, so September is in the dip, so that is 30 days. How many days in July? I can see that it's my knuckle when I say July, so that tells me there are 31 days in July. If you've not got these, write these down. It'll be really useful. How many months in a year? Well, we've just counted them all. There are 12 months in a year. Well done. Okay then, here is our discover for today. So we've got 2 people and they're talking about their phones. So Toshi says, I am taking my phone back to the shop. The charger has broken already and I've only had it for 39 days. So first things first, how many weeks has Toshi had his phone for? So he's had it for 39 days, but how many weeks would that be? So that's A. And then B, so Amal says, buy one like mine. My battery has 5 bars and each bar takes an hour to charge. How many bars of Amal's battery should be charged fully if it's been on charge for 285 minutes? And then the next question is how long until the next bar is charged? So pause your video, have a go at working these out. Okay then, so let's have a look at the first one. Well, the first one is asking me how many weeks Toshi has had his phone for. And it says that he's had it for 39 days. Okay, so to work this out, I need to think about what's the relationship between days and weeks. Well, I know that there are 7 days in a week. Okay, so I know that 1 week would be 7 days. I'm going to use my 7 times table for this. 2 weeks would be 14 days. 3 weeks would be 21 days. 4 weeks, 28 days. 5 weeks will be 35 days. 6 weeks will be 42 days. So he said it's 39 days. So has he had it for 6 whole weeks? No, not quite. So he's had it for 5 weeks. 5 times 7 is 35. So for 5 weeks, and how many days? 4 days. And then we can also see this here as well. So you can see that here, this shows the 7 days, 7 days, 7 days, 7 days, 7 days, which is 35 days or 5 weeks. And you've got some left over, so you must have another 4 days left over. So Toshi has had his phone for 5 weeks and 4 days. Right, looking at the second one then. So this one has quite a lot of information for this. So you need to digest it all, think about it all, so we can work out what we're trying to do. So his phone's been on charge for 285 minutes. That's quite key, so I'll probably write that down. Amal is saying that his battery's got 5 bars and each bar takes 1 hour to charge. So how long would it take for his phone to be fully charged? Well, to be fully charged, it would be 5 hours because 1 bar takes 1 hour. Okay, right. For this question, I need to think about what I know between them, about the relationship between minutes and hours. So how many minutes are there in an hour? Well, there are 60. So 60 minutes is the same as 1 hour. Let's see if I can write these on here. I'm going to put 1, I'll try and do HR. There we go. So 1 HR equals, oh no, I can't write it. So let's move all this over. 1 hour is going to be 60. I'm just going to put M for minutes. Hopefully you know what I mean. What would 2 hours be then? 2 hours would be what? Well, 6 times 2 is 12. So 60 times 2 is 120 minutes. What would 3 hours be then? 3 hours, 3 times 6, 3 times 60 would be 180 minutes. I know that looks like meters, but it is minutes. I just can't write minutes using my little pen tool. Okay, so that would be 180 minutes, but he was on charge for 285, so we need to keep going. So 4 hours, so what's 4 times 6? So what's 4 times 60? Would be 240 minutes. What would 5 hours be? Well, 5 times 6 is 30, so 5 times 6 would be 300. Right, but it wasn't on charge for 5 hours then. We know that because it was on charge for 5 hours. That would mean the phone is fully charged. So the phone has been on charge then for 4 hours, which is 240 minutes. This has been on charge for 285 minutes. So far we've got 240 minutes. That's 4 hours. We need to get to 285 minutes. What's that little extra bit there that we need to add on? What's the difference between 240 and 285? Well, 40 add 40 is 80. So 40 add 45 would be 85. So it would be 4 hours and then an extra 45 minutes. That's how long it's been on charge for. So it's been on charge for 4 hours and 45 minutes. Or 285 minutes. How long until it's fully charged? And he said that it takes 5 hours, 5 bars, 5 hours to charge. So 5 hours we know would be 300 minutes, and we're on 285, so it would be 15 minutes, okay, which you can see with these diagrams as well. So there's 15 minutes until the next bar is charged, and it's been charging for 4 hours and 45 minutes. Well done if you got those right. Okay, then here are our think togethers. So Amal's phone is downloading updates. Oh, mine does this all the time. How many minutes has his phone been downloading updates for? And you can see over here, this is the information that we need. It's 378 seconds. Okay then, so this is asking me, when I look at this timeline, this is asking me to turn it into minutes. What's the relationship between seconds and minutes? Well, I know there are 60 seconds in a minute, so I know that that's going to be a key bit of information I'm going to use. And I can see here on the timeline, it started you off already by telling you that 1 minute is the same as 60 seconds. So 2 minutes is the same as 120 seconds. So keep going and see if you can work out how many minutes and seconds is the same as 378 seconds. When you've done that one, you've also got number 2 to have a go at as well. So it says day 22 of our 5-week phone sale. How long until the sale ends? Okay. Right, let's go through the answers then. So this has very helpfully been counted up for me in 60 seconds. So 60, 120, so 3 minutes is the same as 180. 4 times 60, or 4 times 6, 240. So this would be 300. All I'm using here is my 6 times table, and then times it by 10 to get my 60 times table. 360. Just about make that look like 360. And then this one will be 420. Goodness me. Right, 378 seconds then would go about here. So it's not as far as 7 minutes. So it's in between 6 minutes and 7 minutes. Oh my goodness, I do apologise. My handwriting on a laptop has got worse this week at practice. So there are how many minutes, and there'll be a remainder of seconds. So I know that there's 6 minutes and there's going to be a few more seconds, because 6 minutes is the same as 360 seconds, but we had 378 seconds. So 378, and I'm going to take away 360, or you could have added on. It was up to you how you find the difference. So what's the difference between 360 and 378? 100, 110 and 8 seconds, 18 seconds. So it's been downloading for 8 minutes. Oh my goodness, I can't speak. 6 minutes and 18 seconds. Oh, hopefully you got that right. Well done. Right, next one then. So this is day 22 of our 5-week phone sale. And the phone sale was going to be on for 5 weeks. Well, 1 week is how many days? 7. So 5 times 7 is 35. So the sale is 35 days. Right, 35. And we're on day 22. So I'm going to do 35. I'm going to take away 22, which would be 13. There are 13 days left until the sale ends. Okay then, here is question 1 and 2 from independent activity. So I'm going to pause the video and have a go at these, and then we'll go through the answers in a moment. Okay, off we go. And here is question 3 and 4. You to have a go at. So pause the video, have a go. Okay then, answer time. That is all the questions we are going to do today. So let's have a look then. So complete the bar models to convert these times. How many hours is a 310-minute railway journey? Right, I'm underlining my key information, which is hours and 310 minutes. So I'm thinking in my head, what's the relationship between hours and minutes? Well, I know that 1 hour is the same as 60 minutes. So I know that I could have another part, which is also 60 minutes, and I know that that would be 2 hours, and that would be 60, 60, 120. So I could have another part that's worth 60, and that would be 180. I could have another part that's worth 60, and that would be 240. And I could have another part, sorry, these parts aren't really equal, but they should be. Another part that is 60 minutes, and that would be 300 minutes, and this would be the same as 5 hours. So 60, 60, 60, 60, 300 minutes, but we want 310, so this should be a small part, sorry. So how many minutes left over? 10 minutes. So this journey is 5 hours and 10 minutes. Next one, how many minutes is a 195-second song? So I'm thinking, what's the relationship between seconds and minutes? Well, there's 60 seconds in a minute. So I'm going to count in 60s. So I can make one lot of 60. I can make another lot of 60 seconds, which would be 120. Can I make another lot? Yeah. Another lot of 60 seconds. So now I've gone 60, 120, 180. So I've done 3 minutes. What's the difference between 180 and 195? 15. So this is 3 minutes and 15 seconds long. Number 2 then, the films below have different running times. Which film is longer? Right, you can draw a bar model, but you don't have to, okay? Absolutely don't have to if you don't feel like you want to. Either way you could do this. You could either turn it into minutes or you can turn it into hours. It's completely up to you. I'm going to turn it into minutes because that's my personal preference. So I know that 1 hour equals 60 minutes. So 2 hours would be 120 minutes. And this one is 2 hours and 7 minutes. So it will be 127 minutes long. So this one here then, Escape from Planet Zarg, would be 10 minutes longer. Well done if you got those right. Right, last 2 for today then, and then we are done. So is Ambika correct? She thinks that 4.25 hours is 4 hours and 25 minutes. Ooh, I can see where Ambika might have gone wrong here, because she just thought, put the decimal point in, and then that means 25 minutes, but it doesn't work like that, does it? What is 0.25 the same as a fraction? What's 0.25 the same as a fraction? Well, it's 25 over, what column's this in? But it's 25 over 100. Can we simplify that? Yeah, we can divide it all by 25, which is the same as a quarter. And we should know that, okay? We should know that 0.25 is equivalent to a quarter. That's a key fact that we should have in our heads. So if Ambika had written 4.25 hours, this means 4 hours and a quarter. What is a quarter of an hour? How many minutes? Well, I know by thinking about my clock that a quarter of an hour is 15 minutes. So I think if she wanted to write 4.25, she should have written, oh, not 4 minutes, 4 hours and 15 minutes. That would be the same as writing 4 1/4 or 4.25. Okay, so she's just written 4, put the decimal point, and then written the minutes afterwards, but that's not how it works, okay? Because that would then be part of an hour. 0.25 of an hour is 15 minutes, not 25 minutes, because there's not 100 minutes in an hour. That was a tricky one. Thank you for that one, Ambika. The next one, here are the lengths of the summer holidays for 4 children. This one has got that little light bulb, which makes me think I've got to think about this question a little bit. Okay, it's a bit of one that makes you just think a little bit. So, Kate gets from the 21st of July to the 2nd of September. Lee gets 40 days. Bella gets 5 weeks and 4 days. And Mo gets the whole of August plus 10 days. Right, okay then. So we need to work out who has had the longest holiday. Again, it's kind of up to you how you want to go about working this out. Personally, I'm looking at these and I think the easiest way to do it is probably going to be in weeks or days, and that bit's kind of up to you. So I can see that Bella has got 5 weeks and 4 days. I'm going to turn them into days, I think, because I think that's going to help me. So I think the whole of August plus 10 days, it might not go nicely into weeks, so I'm going to turn it into days. So how many days in a week? Well, I know there's 7 days in a week, so 5 weeks would be 35 days, add 4 days would be 39 days. And already I can see that Lee and Bella have had a quite close together. These, oh, wrong way. Okay, these are quite close together. Oh, there we go. So Lee's had 40 days and Bella's got 39 days. Right. Kate's gone from the 21st of July, so I'm going to use this. So she's gone from here to the 2nd of September. Oh, that looks like a long time. Let's have a look then. So she's got 1. Ooh. So the reason I paused then, because I suddenly thought, actually, I could count all these, but I think there's actually a better way I can do this. So you can start on the 21st and count. Or what you can do is think, well, how many days is there from the 21st to the 31st? Well, 10 days there. Then she's got all of August, which is 31 days. And then she's got 2 more days. So she's got 10, add 31 is 41, add 2 more is 43 days. We'll change colour, so to do Mo. So Mo's doing, ooh, whoops. So Mo's doing the whole of August. The whole of August we already know is 31 days plus 10 days. So his holiday would be 41 days. So I'm reading the question again. It says, put their names in order from shortest holiday to longest. Well, the shortest holiday would be Bella, then it would be Lee, then it would be Mo, and the longest one would be Kate. big well done if you got that correct. Right, well done for today. Send me your work. See you tomorrow.